Welcome to the library tutorial on scholarly resources for music students. Today, we are going to identify a few sources that will help you with your Intro to Music Theory assignment, a written analysis of a classical work of your choice. We will include sources for recordings, scores, and scholarly articles. But before we begin, let's find out what you know about your options for scholarly music resources through the library with a quick pre-test. First question. You have access to recordings, albums, and performances through the library. True or false? If you said true, that is of course correct. And while the library houses physical copies of CDs featuring many different composers and performances, today we're going to talk about Naxos. And I have the Alexander Street Press logo up as well. This is also a good resource for recordings. I'll show you how to access resources like these through the database portal of the online catalog. Next question. Which of the following is a robust resource for scholarly articles on music? If you said B, Realm, then you are correct. We will dive into Realm in this tutorial as well. Statista is a data and statistics resource, and there are some great articles about popular music in Rolling Stone, but it is not a scholarly resource. For more information on what makes a resource scholarly, there is a library guide for that entitled Evaluation under English 110. And last question of our pretest, true or false? You must go to the library to access music scores. False. There is a fantastic online resource for scores called INSC. We will take a look at this, but also know that the library does of course house many scores in the M section of the stacks. Now let's talk about your assignment. You basically need three things, right? A piece of music to analyze, scholarly articles to support your analysis, and if you'd like to go really deep with your analysis, musical scores, which we will cover when we wrap up at the end. First of all, let's decide on a composer and a piece of music to analyze. Have you already decided on which piece you'd like to explore? If not, Naxos is an excellent resource. Let's give it a glance. To access Naxos, go to the library homepage. Click the tab Databases around the search bar. Select N, and then you see that Naxos is the third option down. You see in the description that it's the world's largest online classical music library, and it does have over 2 million tracks of music of many styles and from many different eras. So you click in and see new releases on the landing page. You see these tabs along the top. These are search categories, so we can search based on composer, performer, genre, and label. There's even an advanced search option that allows you to filter by time period and track length. We're going to look at the Guided Tours tab, which is a good starting point to get ideas on what piece to analyze. Featured composers are grouped together here by period: Baroque, Classical, Romantic, Nationalist Romantic, and 20th century. You may have an idea of what historical era appeals to you stylistically. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Romantic period. Here, we see a list of composers on the left sidebar, and I'm going to select Borodin. You get a few key works by him. Let's just go ahead and choose Prince Igor. You can listen to a few pieces, and if they interest you, you can search for Borodin under the Composers tab and find an exhaustive list of works and recordings. For now, we'll listen to Prince Igor. It's pretty cool. I think I'd like to learn more about it. Let's decide to research this piece. For that, we'll turn to Realm. For scholarly articles on music, you can't do much better than Realm, which is a French acronym standing for Répertoire International de Littérature Musicale, or International Directory of Music Literature. The best way to illustrate the value of Realm is to compare its results to a standard Google search. For this, let's pause the tutorial, pull up Google, and in the search bar, type in Borodin and Igor. Unpause the tutorial after you note the top few results. Welcome back. What results did you get? Some YouTube performances to watch, these may be worthwhile. If we just take our top 3 results, we get a Wikipedia page and 2 classic FM links to listen to this work, which we've already done. Let's try Realm and see if we can find some in-depth analysis on this piece. Once again, we're going to the Database tab on the library homepage, and we're going to click R this time. We see Realm at the bottom. Let's click in. So we have all these field options by our search bar for subject and author. We're just going to do keyword searches. Borodin and Igor are unique enough terms. So we get some scholarly articles on this piece. Already, we may want to try filters on the left side of the page. Let's filter for English and academic journals. You can tell from these results, the titles, and the abstracts that you can read, that you're getting more in-depth analysis, definitely beyond what Google offered. You can further refine your search in Realm by year if you only want recent scholarship. Next, let's click into an article as a PDF, and voila! We have many options for articles, and once you start reading and doing research, you'll narrow down your topic, follow your curiosity, what interests you. Research is fun! Don't forget, you can also find scholarly books and articles at the actual physical library. Finally, if you'd like to do a really granular analysis of your work, you can look at the score for your piece. And there is a free resource on the internet for public domain scores called IMSLP, which stands for the International Music Score Library Project. Let's look at our options for Borodin there by going to imslp.org. IMSLP is set up like a wiki, which is really user-friendly. One note on IMSLP, they do public domain scores, so if you choose a more modern composer, their work might not be featured due to copyright restrictions. But if you type into the search bar for Borodin and Igor, results come up. I've already downloaded the score to save time. So there you go. You can look at the sheet music for Prince Igor and get a breakdown of instruments. You can analyze keys and tempos. Again, this may be too in-depth for an intro assignment like this, but maybe not. And either way, this is a great resource to know about down the road for future music scholarship. And don't forget, the library has physical copies of scores and other books on music and articles if you prefer bound printed matter to the computer screen, or if IMSLP does not have the score you need. Okay, so let's cover what we've learned in a quick reflection. Just a few questions here at the end. Which of the following is an academic resource for recordings, along with a guided tour to composers from different musical periods? Naxos is the right answer, so if you said B, you're correct. Listen to music on Naxos and remember to use guided tours for a great introduction and some historical context. Next question. Which of the following is a good resource for articles by music scholars? This time, C is our answer. Realm and the library both. Realm, of course, might be all you need, and you can do that from the comfort of home. And lastly, which of the following is a good resource for music scores? Once again, both IMSLP and the library both have music scores, if you'd like to dive this deep into your topic. Hopefully, this was a good introduction to music resources that you'll find helpful for your listening analysis. And remember, you can find the Ask Us button on the library catalog online homepage and get real-time help from a librarian via chat if you need anything at all. You can also schedule an appointment and get in-person assistance for any research queries you may have. Good luck, and Godspeed as you plunge into the world of musical scholarship.